Hi and Assalamualaikum to my lecturer, Madam Azila binti Anwar and my fellow friends. Today, we want to present for the subject Urban Horticulture and the topic is about green space. My name is Nur Raudhatul Jannah binti Rahmat, 23 DLH 90F 1014.
Hi, my name is Nur'Ain Fatihah 23 DLH 1F1005.
My name is Loh Huey Chern, metric number 23 DLH 19F 1001.
My name is Mashitah Adibah binti Mohammad Rosdi, 23 DLH 1F 1008.
So let's we go through to the next slide. What is green space? Or the definitions of urban green space is a component of green infrastructure. Green infrastructure is a related term used in the literature to refer to a network of green space where the scale in city or landscape wide and its function in a relation to urban inhabited. It also an important part of public open spaces and common services provided by a city and can serve as a health promoting setting for all members of the urban community. Next, it is therefore necessary to ensure that public green spaces are easily accessible for all population groups and distribute equitably within the city. Next.
This is one of the urban green space in Kuala Lumpur named Tasik Perdana or Perdana Botanical Garden. The garden is multifunctional parkland and the oldest and largest in the city. There are two artificial ponds, trails, plant gardens, playgrounds, deer park, bird park, orchid garden, laman perdana and butterfly park, herbs and spice garden and psychic garden. The lake gardens covers 91.6 hectares, spanning parks and gardens. Established in 1888, the place was built around an artificial lake and many joggers and families flock there for a stroll, jog or just a fresh breath of air. There is a jogging track for the runners who can also work out at the many exercise stations along the jogging routes. Families with kids in tow might favor a playground more where the kids can squirrel in excitement, as parents give them a gentle shove on swing or bounce them up and down the seesaws.
Continue. The park is popular in the early morning and evening for those wishing to exercise, and the trails are well formed and easy to negotiate. A conscious effort is being made to display various gardens, herb, flower and spice, so there is an educational aspect too. This is the city's showcase park, so it is well maintained and certainly worth visiting. Laman Perdana, in the middle of the main gardens, where the three main roads coming from the three entrance meet, there is a square where events and activities were carried out. It is a central area and located close to the boathouse, and with ample space, it is a perfect area for gathering. This is the Laman Perdana. The rehabilitation effort have transformed the square into an area of majestic trees, adensonias and moringas, planted as mature trees, gave quite a surreal feel to the area. Once one can imagine being transported to the land in Africa where they come from.
Herb Spy Garden. The Herb Spy Garden in the Lake Garden must have been part of the garden within the conservatory and nursery area, as it was here where a glass house was originally situated. It has a quiet, prominent entrance and one will not miss the signage walking along the road. Entering the garden, one will be greeted by the sight of the large pergola heaped up with the creeper Casidum Valeris glabra. Flanking the central pergola are smaller pergolas covered with the beautiful creeper, which is Pyomontia grandiflora. When they flower, the large white blooms in the cluster are really impressive. Ornamental creeper provide the aesthetic quality to the garden which otherwise would be mainly green. Cycad Island. The lake has a small island in the larger water body and it has two clumps of bamboo growing on it, giving a more scenic look to the lake. The other island, which serves as a shortcut to the area across the lake, has two concrete bridges crossing the narrow water bodies around it. A cycad collection have been started on this island, giving it a new name, the Cycad Island. The collection of species of cycad and succulents, although starting small, will continue to be expanded with more local and import species.
Okay, how to approach the planning of urban green space. Experience with urban green space interventions at the local level have to identify a few general aspects to be considered within the urban planning process. This section suggests approaches for urban policy makers and practitioners to consider during the process. First, be clear about the objective of green space planning, such as the first phase involves the rehabilitations of the main core of the garden and the additions of various collections and features. Next is have a long-term perspective and remain flexible. That is, urban green space should be planned and designed in a flexible way, making functional adjustment possible to adapt the changing future demands. Okay, the third is make use of the urban or local planning context and frameworks that will ensure the planners create a long-term vision of the green space within the local authority, considering green spaces within infrastructural project, such as element of a botanical garden, that is a herbarium, the library and a visitor center. Other areas such as orchid garden and the hibiscus garden will be enhanced and rehabilitated as well. Next is consider green space project to be a public health and social investment. Okay, for example, is providing green spaces in urban settings in an investment in health, well-being, and quality of life, creating places for relaxations, creations, and social interaction.
Green space in cities mitigate the effects of pollution and can reduce a phenomenon known as the urban heat island effect, which refers to heat trapped in built-up areas. Planning cities to include green space wherever possible is the first step in making our urban areas healthier. There are too many ecological, environmental, climate, health, and well-being benefits of green space to be ignored, and we should urgently green our cities and bring green space closer to people.
That's all from us. Thank you.